3, 2, 1.
Hey, you! Don't I know you?
Me? No, I think you're mistaken.
I do know you. You're Hyperguyver, the Gaiden runner.
No, you're definitely mistaken. My name is Diver Guyver. I work for a super secret spy organization.
Hyperguyver? Really?
Yeah.
You definitely look like him. Also, I don't think you're supposed to say you work for a secret organization.
But it's true. I am a super secret spy. I'm Sniper Guyver.
Wait, I thought your name was...
Oh, well, I must be off. It was good meeting you.
Wait, as long as you're here, we need your skills for a speed run.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely not the guy that you think I am, but how can I help?
We need to take down your old group, and you'd be perfect for the job.
I don't have an old group. I'm a writer Guyver, the super spy.
Whatever. You are the person we need. A lot of money will be needed.
Can I spend some of it? Maybe on a night of debauchery, doing things that include like golfing and karaoke and going out to a restaurant.
Deal. You can even take a trip to Hawaii when it's all over.
Ah, great. Oh, hey, guess what? I got a secret.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually a Hyperguyver. Keep it a secret. All right. I hope you enjoyed my little skit there. I tried to really encapsulate the overall story arc of this game. This game that is, like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Very poorly. This is on PS5, and this is the any % category. I'd like to start off, I'm going to introduce myself for those of you out there who do not know who I am, which is probably most of you. I am Hyperguyver. Yes, my name is a reference to the alien suit of armor from Japanese anime and manga fame. It is not a reference to the guy that can create a thermonuclear weapon using a paperclip, chewing gum, and some household cleaning supplies. I am the world record holder, as of the time of this video, in the PS5 version of this category. I'm running the PS5 version for you right now. This is my first speed game, truly, that I've dedicated time to. This is definitely my first world record speed game. It is a run that I did really more for personal achievement, and I'm very happy and pleased with it. I love this game. I love this game series. Play Yakuza. These are fun games to play. They're fun games to watch. This is the shortest speedrun of the Yakuza series. It clocks in at a little bit under an hour and a half. I don't anticipate it going too much farther beyond that. But like I say, it's a fun game. It's a fun series. Let's have fun with this run. I think there's a lot of fun to be had. This is Kiryu as a super spy with gadgets and everything. There's a lot of silliness and a lot of fun to be had. So let's have some fun. So I'm going to try a few things during the run, just kind of help liven things up. And hopefully everybody will have some fun with it. All right. I also plan on maybe running it in this suit. Starting to actually grow on me a little bit. I should probably take it off every once in a while. But all right. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. We run it on the beginner difficulty. And the timer starts when I hit the cross button here. So let's get into it. We'll start on Let's Jam. So 3, 2, 1, let's jam. All right, so this is going to cover the fictitious events of Joryu. Last name doesn't matter. He's actually Kiryu Kazuma. This is taking place in the fictitious cities of Tokyo, Osaka, and Yokohama. They don't exist. The disclaimer said so. Like all Yakuza games, it does start with a fight tutorial. I'm going to go right into some settings and turn some settings off. And now there's nothing really substantial plot-wise happening with this tutorial here. It's just Kiryu beating up a bunch of drunks, so no big deal. We are going to get to see Kiryu's new move. He's got some spy gadgets. We're starting with that little nifty watch that he's got there. No doubles, huh? Oh, and got a kick to the face for my trouble. But that is actually still not a terrible opening tutorial fight. So the point of this game is to detail what has happened to Kiryu in between the events of Yakuza 6 and when he shows up around Chapter 13 in Yakuza Like a Dragon. So Kiryu has joined this super secret spy organization. In exchange, he has had to fake his own death and that no one can know that he is still alive, because otherwise his family is in danger. There are two problems with this arrangement. First off, Kiryu was rather notable in his role in the underworld, so about 80% of the people he encounters in this game know who he is. The second problem with this, Kiryu is a terrible liar. And so when you have people that come up to him and say, hey, you're Kiryu Kazuma, aren't you? His response is usually something along the lines of, no. So very convincing, Kiryu. So what I would like to do here is I would like to see if we can get a little bit of audience participation. Basically, whenever somebody calls him out and says, hey, you're Kazuma Kiryu, aren't you? I would love the audience to chime in with, no. Or, no. Something along those lines. I think that would be funny. I'll generally call it out because a lot of it will happen in cutscenes that I skip. But anyway, these guys, turns out this is a big trap. They're trying to lure Kiryu out. I'm going to pay them back by upgrading my attack a couple times and then kicking him. Give me that bat. I will take that. That was not too bad. Alright, so they know who he is, or at least have a pretty good idea who he is. Kiryu does not have much of an idea who's attacking them. However, he does recognize some tattoos, so all signs point to a Yakuza group of some sort. So he's going to take care of these guys. Hoping to get a bat. I did not get a bat. Not that bat, though. Not terrible at all. So I'll take that. So we did have a little bit of help in that battle. I don't know if you saw him. A guy by the name of Hanawa, he is Kiryu's handler with this super secret spy organization. He becomes a little bit necessary for the plot. So because we did notice some Yakuza tattoos, Kiryu heads to Yokohama. He is going to investigate the Seiryu clan. Right here, we do have a few tutorials. So this is probably a good spot for some early donations. I'm gonna run down here, maybe get this lucky fight spawn here. They are turning in the other direction, so probably not. Nope, they did not. So we're gonna get through this. This is the get the soccer ball out of the tree tutorial. Also shows us how willing Kiryu is to abuse his spy gadgets to do minor tasks. It does actually become very helpful in the game. It's very good information to have. Some information that I would rather not have, and I'm going to share with you all now, is apparently Kiryu goes commando. So I'm going to buy him some underwear, and I'm going to immediately put it on. And now we're going to spy on the Seiryu clan. Problem is, as I've mentioned earlier, Kiryu is a terrible spy. They caught him. So I'm going to take this bench and hopefully... Okay. I'll call that an okay rooftop bench. Now, so like many of Kiryu's plans, they fail, but somehow they don't fail, just through sheer luck a lot of times. So the Savory clan was not involved. However, he does catch wind of the people that were.
Let's go.
Grab this bat. I'll call that okay. So clear them out. And now we meet Tsuruno. Tsuruno knows who we are. He says, "Hey, you're the Dragon of Dojima, aren't you?" To which Kiryu responds. So we're gonna punch him a little bit.
Gonna cry.
So that is actually a tutorial for counter moves. Basically, you can counter every big boss's feel the heat. You actually cannot advance that fight without doing it. So if you miss that opportunity, oh, it's not good. So they are trying to get Kiryu to do something, including this man. This man also knows who Kiryu is, to which he responds. My hit didn't... Oh, it did connect. Just didn't interrupt him. Not too bad. Shishido won. So this is Shishido. We'll be seeing a lot more of him. Again, he knows who Kiryu is. Kiryu is going to drop a little bit of the pretense here and fight him straight up because he recognizes how tough this guy is. And we're going to be introduced to our other fighting style of this game, Dragon of Dojima. Oh, I didn't count it. Alright, quick little tutorial, and now the real fight begins.
What's this?
Shout out to Hanawa hiding out behind the car there. Alright, and not a bad Shishido fight, actually. Problem here is basically a lot of stuff goes down. There was a car accident. That's how we got into that fight. And you just had a big public brawl in the middle of the city. The police are now after Kiryu. He's going to go lay low. The other problem here is that our handler, Hanawa, was kidnapped. Turns out that those folks that I just dealt with were members of the Omi Alliance. That's how they know who Kiryu is, and they want him for something. So we're going to lay low here for a little bit. Kiryu is just going to hide out in a convenience store for a little while. Little bit of time for donations here before we report back to our bosses with the super secret spy organization.
You need some manners.
Alright, when we get to this convenience store, we're going to buy a few things, and then before we head to the hideout. We're going to wait for this cop to be distracted, and then we're going to talk to the clerk, and we're going to buy a few things. We're going to buy some medicine, a bento box, and all the sake that Juryu can carry. One for a quest, the rest for personal use. So, problem is, the spy organization, they don't want to get Hanawa back. They would rather he die and not reveal any of their secrets than actually rescue him. I didn't think that was actually happening. Call that okay. Kiryu is that kind of guy that won't leave anybody behind, including people that he doesn't necessarily like. He's just not going to leave them to die. So he's going to fight his way out because they want to just die. Cowering back there behind that wall, which is the reason I don't grab that table anymore. Interesting. We're going to pick up a couple items here that are going to be useful later in the run, and then we're just going to fight our way out of this. Might be room for a couple donations while we kind of smash some more heads here. Dare you block? This is not the greatest, but that's okay. I do like to have a baton here for this next fight. We call him Mr. Umbrella. I call him Mr. Umbrella. I don't think anybody else does. His umbrella is very zappy. And with that, he's down. And we're going to go into the next fight. Which is going to bring up something else I want to do. This guy swears at us, and I can't really skip it. I'd like to start a swear jar incentive. So for every swear that I can't skip, I'm going to donate $5. I would love for anybody else to join me with that. So I'm going to juggle him because of his potty mouth. And then I'm going to take a couple sake and a Turner. So I don't necessarily want this.
Let's go.
Alright, we're going to grab this baton because we're going to need it down the line. And we're going to fight this guy. This guy likes to throw caltrops on the ground. I don't want him to do that, so I'm going to try to kill him as quickly as I possibly can. Juggle, please. Got him. Let's keep it going. And I did pick that up and carry it into the next fight. And stutter step there for some reason, like my PS5 likes to do every once in a while. I do want to point out that these were the same 4 guys we fought in the initial fight in the set piece. They have somehow gotten all of their gear on and have gotten out here before me. I'm going to beat him up until the baton breaks. I'm just really curious what happened there. He didn't realize he had complete invincibility during that backflip. That should have taken him out. But at any rate, so we're going to go here and hopefully end this chapter. We're going to get to the last guy who has the most dangerous of secret spy weapons, a gun. Even more dangerous is his need to ideally, you want to get to him before he goes into his little counter move. It does take a lot of extra time, but that is okay. And with that, we are going to be at the end of this chapter. So, moving on to chapter 2. We knew there were Omi Alliance guys there. We know where the Omi Alliance likes to hang out. That's Osaka. So we are going to head to Osaka to try to figure out what's going on. We are alerted to a contact here. Her name is Akame. She is a friend to the homeless. We're going to do the best that we can to kind of get in her good graces, since we think she can help us out. So first thing first, I'm going to grab that ashtray. It says property of Ebisu Pawn on it, so I'm going to go ahead and return that. And then I'm going to buy a couple things while I'm here.
Thank you for.
All right, and then we'll go in here, and I'm going to buy some more underwear and another amulet. Kiryu. Well, maybe now we know why he goes commando, because he does tend to go through the underwear. All right, we're going to run down the street. I'm going to grab another ashtray from up here. Yep. And then I'm going to talk to this homeless person. He's going to give us a tip as to where Akame is going to be hanging out. I'm going to go here, going to upgrade my attack one more time. I'm going to put on my new underwear, and then we're going to go where this guy told us to go. Basically found out that there's some people just beating up homeless for kicks. Real jerks. So we are going to hit them with a traffic cone.
How about this?
Not too bad. I'm glad he chased me down. Not that glad that he slashed me with a knife. But we've taken them out. Akame actually sees us doing this. Decides, hey, you know what? You might be a pretty decent dude. So she's going to kind of explain what her deal is. She's essentially just like the Florist of Sai from other games. She has a vast information network. She uses the homeless to gather said information. More importantly, she has this couch. This couch is the star of this game. Go Team Couch. You spend a lot of time on that couch. It doesn't look comfortable. So she doesn't necessarily trust you. She wants you to kind of increase your reputation with her group, which is basically doing some odd jobs. So I'm going to finally use that sake and bento box that I bought in the last chapter. I am not, because I went to the wrong location first. Boy, oh boy, howdy. First thing we've got to do is beat up some welfare thieves. These people are scamming some more homeless folks. They're basically putting them up in ramshackle apartments and then cashing their welfare checks for them. That is a real terrible thing to do, so I'm going to make sure they know that.
Here we go.
Every once in a while, that thug in particular feels like he can actually fight. And so he'll dodge needlessly. Alright, so they give up the location of the apartment complex. We're going to go take it out, or take out the people that are there. It just so happens it's right across the street from the parking lot. We had that fight in last night, so you think that they would have seen Kiryu coming. Fun fact, Akame does not know who Kiryu is. She's one of the few. Alright, so we're going to beat this crew up here for, again, being just terrible to the homeless. Alright, so they've been beaten up. They have been dealt with. We're going to report back to Akame. She's very impressed. She's now going to introduce the Akame network. It's basically a series of points. It is tied to your level up system. So now we're going to go ahead and complete a couple of those tasks. The previously mentioned bento and sake. So that guy gets a sake. This guy over here gets a bento, and we are now high enough with Akame's network that she trusts us. So we are going to go check in with her. She likes what we've done. She's going to give us a very terrible job to do now. Something that Kazuma Kiryu would never, ever do. They're going to send us to a hostess bar. basically to drive home the point that anything you do around town affects her reputation. So, yeah, even mini games. So, off we go to complete this chore for Akame. Like pretty much every Yakuza game and every Yakuza speedrun, you do not actually have to go through this mini game.
Yeah.
You do have to start it, however, and then skip it when this scene begins here. The hostess bars in this version of the game are actually live action video. Changed from the normal in the series. We've completed our task. We've gone to the hostess bar. And we're going to report that we had a lovely time, even though we didn't want to do it. And it's going to unlock sub-stories through Akame. And we're going to immediately turn around and take one. Sub-stories are good for money and Akame points. I'm going to turn around, talk to Akame.
Joryu. That's Joryu for you.
It's going to be the first one on the list. It's pretty quick and easy to solve. It is a grand total of 3 cutscenes. The first one being right here. Alright, we're going to go to the next part of this sub-story, but on the way, we're going to pick up some things. First things first, we're going to run up these stairs and pick up this locker key. Good for 1 bloody binding. Alright, now we're going to go over to this bridge. I'm going to not talk to this little child in front of me. And I'm going to grab a ashtray here. And now I'm going to run this way and advance the sub-story. I'm going to immediately turn up here, going to grab another ashtray, and now we're going to finish the sub-story. Kiri's going to go right outside the hostess bar here. He's going to resist the temptation to go in, turn around, and finish the sub-story. Right here. This is going to put us over by the river when it's done. And then we're going to open up a locker and get a bloody binding and put it on. Plus a couple of upgrades. Maybe a good time for a donation or 2.
All right, good work.
Alright, so now we're going to advance the story a little bit. We're going to talk to this old man. We are going to beat him up first. But first things first is I am going to try to grab this ashtray up here without triggering the cutscene. You notice how close I was to triggering that cutscene. It saves a little bit of time to do it that way. This is also going to introduce us to our next spy gadget,
Let's go. Time for some air.
the drone. We are not going to use this much. Oh good, I got an extra drone. Love it. Almost ensures that fight that he goes down in 3 hits. Not a very cool move from Kiryu to beat up an old man with a sign. But he apparently earned, you earn his respect.
Let's talk.
Now, before we move on, I'm going to grab another ashtray, fittingly, from the mouth of a dragon. And now we're going to go get our next spy gadget. One that is infinitely more useful than the drone. Fans of the Fifth Element out there, I like to call the gadget we're about to get Big Bada Boom.
Yeah.
This is an explosive cigarette. Alright, so I've been collecting all those ashtrays in and around town. I am now going to run over to Ebisu Pawn and I am going to sell them off. We need them. We need the money. And then we're going to advance to the castle section.
Welcome in. Thank you for...
Alright, so, the castle. This is basically what they decided to build the game around. This is going to be where a lot of your gambling halls are. There's another hostess bar there, a few other things. But there's also the fighting coliseum, and that's really what we want. It does force you to go through a few fights, which we're going to do now. We've been promised that we're going to get some information on that Omi Alliance hideout where our handler is likely hiding. Before we do any of that, I am going to run over here into the gambling hall and I'm going to buy some gambling tags. I'm immediately going to cash them in for a prize. Alright, now we're going to go in here. I'm going to upgrade a couple things. So we're going to get a couple of extra gear slots. Face stomp, and a quick step strike. And I'm going to go and equip my new gear. And now we are essentially set up. For the most part, there'll be one additional piece of equipment we're going to get later for the build that we're going to use for this run. The good old glass cannon build, fairly common for a Yakuza speedrun. All offense in
Jori-sama. Yes.
the sacrifice of defense. Towards the end of the game, things get pretty dicey. Heat level wise, I'm gonna drink some sake here. I didn't start soon enough. It's alright. And like that, you may recognize him from previous Yakuza titles, and this one. That was not Watase. We're going to follow that fight up with somebody who is not Kazuma Kiryu. He does not like me. Pretty much same strategy there. You know, punch him enough, get him to go into his field of heat, and then use a heat move to kind of knock him out of it. So the third part of this is going to be yet another semi-recognizable face. This you may recognize him as the final boss from Yakuza 2. That was a interesting dodge, Yoda. This is a multi-phase fight. He is going to regret doing it. I love Kiryu's Luchador mask, by the way. I did forget to let everybody know that they should bring their own coffee, because Yakuza Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name, will provide cream and sugar. Pro tip, you can knife the lifeless bodies of the tigers to get more heat. It's very useful. Alright, same thing. Interrupt his feel the heat moment with a heat move of your own. And then finish the job. Phase 3? If you count the tigers of Ryuji, went way smoother than all the other phases. Alright, so for now, we are done with the Coliseum. We will be coming back very shortly. We have found out where our handler is. And now we are going to run over there. I am going to grab something on my way. Something for later. I can grab it now, or I could grab it a little bit later, but I tend to grab it now so that I don't forget. Right side. Be on the right side of the plant to get it. And now we're going to head back, and we're going to go rescue Hanawa.
Here, Joryu. Gotcha. Just
A little fast on the cutscene skipping. It's okay. All right, we're gonna go right there. I have enough heat for this, so I'm not gonna have to top off before I get into this fight. All right, so I know I teased it earlier. Here is, this is gonna be our first use of it. Good for crowd control. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for Big Bada Boom. Please, no one dies.
Smoking, here we go.
And nobody did. Good. Alright. So, I'm going to run through here. There's going to be a few fights. Might be some good time for some donations. There's going to be a couple of swears in here that are going to add to the tip jar. Add to the swear jar. But
This is where it ends, pal.
anyway. That was new. He did not drop out of his heat. Interesting. Alright, there's my swear behind.
Let's go.
I hate this guy. Shows up in a few fights. He's way more of a pain than he should be.
You ain't getting away next time. Time.
Oh, I countered that. I countered that. It's alright. The thing I hate the most about his not countering his attack is that it takes forever for him to get back up. Alright, so Big Bada Boom these guys.
Here we go.
And on to the next fight. Another swear.
I'm gonna bash your fucking brains out.
I believe we're into 3 now, maybe 4. Lost count. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They are not playing nice in my set pieces today. That's okay. Took care of him. Gonna run up these stairs. On my way in, I am going to grab this umbrella stand. Trust me, it is in his pocket. Gonna do a good Neo impersonation. Gonna dodge all these bolts. And hopefully, I'm gonna do the exact same thing to this guy that I just did to the last guy.
But this is as far as you go.
And here's swear number 4, for sure. I would have rather I didn't destroy that little barrier there. That's alright.
Let's go.
In case I haven't covered it again, just a reminder that breaking items does give you heat. And now to the final battle of the set piece and an unskippable fight scene, but that's okay because it's awesome, like most of the fight scenes in this game. So please enjoy. I love that dodge. Reminds me of those old Superman serials, the black and white ones where he lets all the bullets bounce off of his chest, but he has to dodge out of the way of the gun. Bruno, gonna convince us to join the X-Men. We're gonna politely decline. In case we've forgotten, Cyrano knows who I am. To which Kiryu responds. By the way, this kick coming up looks like it hurts. Like a lot. And just like that, Tsuruno is down. We have rescued Hanawa. He did not have a good time while he was there. We've returned him to the Daidoji hideout that is in Osaka. And now we are going to advance the story a little bit. And unfortunately, we can't skip it this time. We're going to go through a tutorial for Pocket Circuit. That was a very fortuitous fight spawn. It was right at the beginning, so got that speed the whole time. Alright, so we're going to skip this. We're going to get all these goodies here that we're not going to use because they're specifically for the car.
Yeah.
Oops. And then we're going to run out of here. We actually have to exit this building before we can taxi out. I think it's the only building in the speedrun where that is the thing. For that reason, just being inside the building. Alright, going to check in with Akame, let her know that yes, we have in fact rescued our friend. She's going to say, hey, you know that old man you beat up with a sign? Go check in on him. He's got another gift for you. I can also start buying things from him. So I'm going to buy the last piece of equipment from him. And then we're going to return to the Coliseum. So one of the new features they added with the Coliseum this time around was group battles. We're going to basically get through our forced tutorial on that. Mizurugi is going to give us the jet boots, which I wish were way more useful. Oops. Than they are. They come in handy in one or two set pieces specifically, but I really wish they were a little bit more handy. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to go back, check in with Akame, and go back to the castle to finish out, to get rid of everything we need to do for Chapter 2.
Doryu.
Now, we are going to run into the point here where there is only one major game breaker glitch. It's only happened to me once, but it involves dress up Kiryu here. Once we go through the introduction to this, if we skip it too fast, it can spawn Kiryu in the floor. Oh. And so we're going to wait for it to pan a little bit so I don't end up in the floor, and looks like we're good. All right, I'll stop here. Gonna buy some Torner Pluses from her. They're handy. And now we're going to go to the Coliseum. We have been challenged to a fight by a man by the name of Hammerhead. Forgot to hit the button. So we're going to oblige him.
Doryu-sama. Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely going to need to get some heat after this fight, I think. Not perfect. Definitely got to work on my my sidestep punches there, but not terrible. But this is going to get us into the group clan battle system of the game, where we do have to recruit some people so that we can go through one fight. The first person in our clan is going to be Hammerhead himself. Fun fact, this ninja right here, he will kill anybody you want for $10. This businessman right here, he'll do it for free. This person just wants some nice words said to him. He's got a sledgehammer, so he's actually very useful. Use a Torner Plus? I did. really hope that was not my Stamina Spark. We'll find out. Alright, now we're going to go into our clan battle.
You ready for this?
Big bada boom time. Hopefully a little bit of cleanup here. That was not great. I am going to have to give myself a little bit of heat before I get back into the Coliseum. So we will eventually have to get our rank within the castle to gold. That does involve clearing 3 silver level matches. That counts as one of them. So we're going to do the other 2 right now.
You ready for this?
But this is just Kiryu versus a bunch of guys. Oh, that was awful. That was not good. A lot of them decided that they could block. That's right. So that's 2 of them down. We're going to do 1 more.
You ready for this?
Hopefully this one goes a little bit better.
Enjoy the
This is terrible. My goodness. Just not getting the luck today, I guess. Alright, so now we are officially done with the Coliseum for the rest of the game. So now we're going to leave. Problem is that, unfortunately, we're going to have to run all the way out of the Coliseum with our own 2 legs because we haven't unlocked fast travel in the castle just yet. Next job. So we're in here. A little bit of time for donations as I do a couple little minor tasks before getting into the final fight of the chapter. So we'll run down here, talk to Mizurugi. This one's kind of weird. After we're done talking to him, we actually have to run all the way out before we can taxi away. This is because we actually are waiting for a phone call first. Alright, now we're going to see the Daidoji. Still a little miffed at him. The Kiryu is thinking of acquiescing to the Omi Alliance's request. I don't like that at all. I cannot believe that that fight did not trigger. I think it would have been okay because this is a trigger point, but yeah, that was scary. Alright, so we're going to get a fight with the rest of the Daidoji. This includes Hanawa, the guy you just rescued from being tortured. So, that's gratitude for you.
Here we go. Yeah, let's go.
Hit the wrong button.
Smoking. How about this? This.
Got another big bada boom just to kind of help.
How about this?
But we're going to finish these 2 off, and then that will be the end of the chapter. And that's the end of the chapter. Definitely a couple little bad RNG moments in there, but hey, we're still doing okay. So we're into chapter 3. So these next few chapters are going to go by pretty quick. Essentially, and I mentioned this earlier about the bunch of money, the Omi Alliance is going to buy our services from the Daidoji, thus allowing people to, know exactly who Kiryu is. But he still lies about it pretty terribly. So even now, when people say, "Hey, you're the Dragon of Dojima, aren't you?" he replies. We check in with a comment, let her know we're not dead. We're now going to take a few quests from her.
Doryu, good work today.
So we're going to take Seeking Advice, which is an actual sub-story. Turn back in.
So, what'll it be?
Recruit homeless Yamanaka. It's for somebody to join your clan in the Coliseum. Go back in here.
So, what'll it be?
The strongest convenience store clerk, also for Coliseum. And then the most RNG piece of the run, we're going to accept the Golden Samurai. It's RNG because he can appear anywhere on the map, so we're going to need to be on the lookout for him. So first stop is going to be the convenience store clerk. Now the samurai likes to appear here. We're going to keep an eye on the mini map. He is right there in front of me. Popped up. And pretty clean samurai fight, I gotta say. That's not the best RNG you can get on him, but pretty darn close. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna try to recruit the convenience store clerk. First problem is the guy's manager doesn't like him moonlighting as a prize fighter, so we're gonna beat him up. That's over. But now, the clerk himself kind of wants to test his mettle against Kiryu. Bad idea. So he says, "Hey, Kiryu, can I fight you?" And he says, "I'm not Kiryu." And like that, we're done here. Recruit him to the clan. Get some money, get some... well, actually, no money here. Akame points, though. Upgrade our attack just a little bit, and then we're going to taxi to the park, where we're going to interact with homeless Yamanaka. We are also going to have to fight him. He starts it, so I don't feel nearly as bad. He also tries to bash you with a pipe. Again, I feel less bad. And just like that, we're done with that. Alright, so we've knocked out 3 of these 4 sub-stories already, and we're ready to go on. So we're going to go to Seeking Advice. So this is a sub-story involving a young man who has used an AI chatbot to give him dating advice. This has somehow miraculously worked. He managed to get a date with a lovely young woman.
Yeah.
However, it starts to continue to give him awful advice. First one is basically, hey, threaten to throw yourself off of a bridge and she'll show that she loves you and come running to your rescue. Yeah, not a good move. AI there. Then it says, hey, another thing you can do is find the biggest, baddest person that you can find and challenge him to a fight, and then she'll think you're really, really tough. This also goes about as well as you would expect. So we're going to beat him up front. Why are you just flying around, sir? Wow. Oh my goodness, that was just terrible. Oh my goodness. Definitely gonna have to de-rust a little bit. Alright, so he now is gonna run off and actually go to his meeting with this young woman. Oddly enough, turns out she was doing the exact same thing. Not the beating up big guys part, but dating advice from an AI chatbot. I do forget exactly what happens here, but now Kiryu has to punch him.
How about this?
And then he sees the light, and they live happily ever after. At least that's what I'm just going to assume. And like that, we are now at gold rank with Akame. Or with the castle. I forgot to mention earlier now that we now have the ability to fast travel to the castle. It is now the fastest way to get back to Akame. You just go to the castle, talk to her, and then miraculously you're in her office. So she's going to congratulate us for hitting gold rank, and we're now going to go through a bond link conversation reminiscent of Yakuza Like a Dragon. However, in this instance, it literally doesn't mean anything, no stat bonuses or anything, just changes the dialogue.
And just tell me. A little question won't kill you,
So we're going to go through
right?
this, and then we're going to head back to the castle, mainly to advance the plot. Alright, so I'm going to talk to her. I'm actually going to go into the network and collect a little bit more money. And now we're going to go to the castle. For the big ending set piece of Chapter 3. I'm going to upgrade a little bit first here. I'm going to go into my upgrade menu, and we're going to boost Kiwami attack a couple times. Heat once. And get a heat move that's going to be very useful. Now we're going to go to the VIP lounge. We're going to talk to Tsuruno, the guy who actually knows who we are. Kiryu still responds to him by saying,
Yes.
no. And we're going to need a fight. So we're going to
Let's go.
basically try to take the place over.
This.
And hopefully we get a good bada boom. I did not. Barely enough heat for the next fight. That could have been fun. Not the greatest bada boom. I'm definitely not having good cigarette luck on this run. Alright, so we're going to run here. This plan doesn't go very well. We're going to try to get out of dodge. They were kind of ready for us. I'm going to blow these guys up a little bit. Hopefully get a little bit of heat back. Which I did. Now we're going to get to one of my favorite fights in the run. If done right, this is going to look really cool. It's going to make the jet boots look invincible. And it's fine.
Let's go.
And just like that, jet boot into them, done. Now, fans of the Yakuza / Like a Dragon series may recall that Kazuma Kiryu has never killed anyone, at least in canon. Joryu, on the other hand, is about to murder 3 people. They're dead. Either that or he just fired warning shots directly into their heart. Alright, we're in the bowels of the ship. Yeah, by the way, the castle, it's on it's a big floating ship.
Let's do this.
Alright, we're gonna left turn. One room too early in my head. So as we creep and crawl our way through the rest of the ship to try to escape, got a little fight coming up here. It's nothing major, so probably good for a couple donations. Do it. Don't do it. I can't help it. It's not even that long a ladder. Like a thrill. With darkness and sadness to the night. Sorry. It's a compulsion. I'm seeing somebody about it. Well, that was just graceful. Alright, big brawl here. Big brawl equals big bada boom.
Hey! Yeah, let's go.
I like to skate back to the back side of this room and
Let's go.
not too terrible. There were a couple of stragglers left alive that aren't normally. So now Joryu here is going to do his best Indiana Jones impersonation. Really want to know what the tensile strength is on that steel wire that he's using. So, and we're going to escape. Work on our escape. Ma'am. Lady. Alright, we're going to cut through the tailor and into the gambling hall. Alright, you got a fight in here. I always try to skip that cutscene. You can't. Alright, and hopefully we get this guy running in late. Did not.
What's this?
Just not having the luck. Alright, next fight is going to be against J2H. What I really like to call him is probably not appropriate for the stream. We'll just call him J2H. And we're going to try to blow up as many of the underlings as we can. A lot more people surviving bombs for whatever reason. Just not my luck. And we're into the final fight of Chapter 3. This is Nishtani. He owns the place. Phase 1's tough. It's over. Fans of the Yakuza series may have noticed, especially if you haven't played this game, where are all the cutscenes? Where are all the quick time events? What's going on? Well, we're about an hour into this, and we're about to encounter our first of 3 in the entire speedrun. And it's very sneaky. 2 of those 3 are against Nishtani. Alright, we're going to begin Phase 2. It's going to look a lot like Phase 1. Nishtani's done. And with that, we move on to Chapter 4. Again, we were dashing over a lot of the plot. Kiryu is now aware that this is about breaking up the major Yakuza clans and ending them. The clan that Nishitani runs is basically seen as going to be the problem child. It's the largest power, or it's the most powerful group that is not going along with this plan. So we're going to try to take him out. But literally just kind of take him out of the picture. We're not trying to kill him. We're just trying to basically incapacitate him. But before we go any further, we are going to go check in on Mizurogi. Bad things have happened to him. Somebody beat him up and took all of his tech. Fun fact, this is a quest line that does not resolve itself in the speedrun. Involves the kind of the upper end of the Coliseum stuff. But we are forced to kind of go along with some of it, including my least favorite fight in the whole game. This one. This guy's way squirrelier than he should be.
Enjoy the bird.
Just dislike this fight for whatever reason. He is just way too dodgy. Alright, so we've taken care of that. Mitsurugi's going to hang out in Akami's place. The star of the show once again makes itself known. It's Akami's couch. Now we're going to go out for a night of debauchery. As I may have alluded to earlier, we're going to spend some of that money. So the plan, because Nishitani feels that is probably thinking that we should be in hiding, given that his clan is known for their assassination skills. We're going to throw that in his face, and we're basically going to just be as public and out there as possible with a night on the town. Now, again, I joke with Night of Debauchery in that it's not very debauched. We do start in the Grand. That's probably the closest thing to debauchery that this night gets. A cabaret club. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to get into a couple of fights, including this one.
Bring it.
That's another one for the jar. We'll call that 5. Please give me big bada boom. Hey, single and out. Thank you. I've been sorely missing those. Alright, so that fight is done. Our night of debauchery continues. You can actually even see it in the quest guide right in the upper right. So we're gonna continue the debauchery by playing some golf. I'm gonna play a game of golf against Shishido. Just like the Hostess Club earlier, you don't actually have to do any of the mini games, and so we're not going to do any of these. Fun fact, if you do beat Shishido here, you get 300,000 yen. Just takes too long to do, otherwise we'd do it in speed.
Got ants in your pants?
I also have another question for everybody. Do you have ants in your pants? You're going to hear Shishido say that a lot. We are running on the English version. I didn't point it out earlier, but there are a couple cutscenes that are only skippable in the English language version. Otherwise, we would definitely be running in some Japanese.
What's this?
Another big bada boom. This one's guaranteed not to get everybody because there is a guy with a ginormous HP bar. Boy, my agent style attacks are just skying over people on top of not exploding very well. Alright, so we're going to continue our night of debauchery. We're going to go over here and not sing karaoke. I really want a speedrun where you have to sing karaoke, please. Please, it's fun. Alright, we're going to continue to run down the street here. We're going to not play pool against Tsuruno. Same deal as golf. If you beat Tsuruno here, it is worth 300,000 yen. The Night of Debauchery continues. So at this point, I'm pretty sure Shishido realizes, hey, we're a bunch of guys out on the town, spending lots of money, having fun. Something's missing. And that's ladies. So Shishido disappears to go get some ladies here. We promptly go over here and enjoy a nice sushi dinner. To be fair, if I had lots of disposable money in a place like that, I would totally be stuffing my face at a sushi joint as well. Absolutely love it. Final stop on this tour of debauchery. We're going to go to the pawn shop and buy suits for everybody. And with that, our night on the town is done. I know I feel like I need a shower. Everybody else probably feels like they need a shower after witnessing all that debauchery. But in reality, we're going to go over here and we're going to check in with the real star of this game once again, Akame's couch. So oddly enough, as previously alluded to in other plans of Kiryu Kazuma's, this does sort of work. Just not in the way he really intended it. It does get Nishitani's attention. But it doesn't draw Nishitani himself out. We are going to get into a fight with some of his boys, though.
What's this?
That guy likes to dodge. I tend to just go into EX agent style and take them out. I feel that works a little bit better for me. We are now going to go into the Grand and have a fight on a little bit bigger scale. So, ladies and gentlemen, big bada boom. Let's try to get a little heat back here too.
What's this?
I want that. Dude, did you just no-sell a knife to the belly? Or a sword to the belly? That's amazing. Alright, so the luck once again continues with Big Bada Boom. There were a lot of people still left alive there. Alright, so this does occur to Kiryu that if all of Nishitani's men are out here trying to kick his butt, that means the castle is probably unguarded. I'm gonna take it. So off to the castle we go. We got another big fight coming here. Let's get a better Big Bada Boom, please. This will be two of them. There's a few guys here with big HP bars. Oh, I turned there. This is also not going great. Not great. Alright, well, with that big brawl with a bunch of ushers, we now own the castle. It is supposed to be pretty well unknown. We sail it into Osaka Bay. Basically is our announcement to the world that, hey, Nishitani, we have your boat. So this is going to lure Nishitani out again. Go. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to fast travel to the beginning of the area, and we're going to get one last fight. This is, again, a continuation of the Kings of the Colosseum fight. This is Dan Brody.
What's this?
Alright, and now Dan Brody is down. And he's still moving. He's still going. He's in the water. Again, we do not resolve this storyline in the speedrun. This is the last we're going to see of it. We are done with the castle. We are never coming back. All right, so we're going to visit with the star of the show again, Akame's couch. And now we're going to go for a meeting with Nishitani. Of course, he is going to stab us in the back. No shock here. He's not actually going to be there. Got another brawl coming. We got another hope and a prayer for some good explosion RNG, hopefully. I'm going to use my boots to break some stuff. Fill up my heat. And get to the cutscene trigger here, and we're going to get into another fight. We're going to have another big mass of people. Shishido's here helping us. So I'm going to skate over here, trigger my agent mode, and we're going to blow some people up. And over here, hopefully get a few more people. I think my shotgun went to heaven. Shishido, what are you doing, dude? Other than not a whole lot of it. Okay, yet another fight that didn't go very well. Boy, these are definitely kind of going off the rails. That's okay. Alright, so we're going to have a big set piece battle here. I am actually going to sake up. Yeah, good. I thought 2 sake were going to be good enough. So Shishido's going to drive. Probably a mistake. We got a big set piece here. Definitely some room for some donations.
Yeah. What's this?
All right, let me get a good cigarette.
Okay, here we go. Ready for this?
Shishido. All right, so in here we go.
You boys got any idea where the fuck you are?
It's another for the swear jar. We'll call that 6.
Time. Enjoy the burn.
Got a few more over here. That's pretty normal. Alright, and then we're going to grab this plant, go into our next fight. Plants are fairly useful here. Just don't want Shishido to hit us. I'll beat this guy in the face with this plant. That should be the end, or not, because he had a little more health than I thought. Shishido, I am going to murder you. Alright, we're going to jet boot our way up the stairs. And hopefully get as many of these guys with our big bot as we can. So that actually was not terrible. Got another couple of fights here. And we should be good. I'm gonna get my heat back here. And finish this guy off. Shishido, I mean it, dude. You are really on my last nerve here. He got me again. Alright, and then we are going to go up these stairs, and we're going to go to Nishitani, and that will be the last fight of this chapter, folks. So Nishitani, it's going to go pretty similar to the last fight. However, the second phase is going to require a little bit more finesse. I want to get on him quick, because if I don't, he's going to throw a flashbang at me. By the way, QT number 2. You actually get a little bit of heat from that. Arm was coming forward. We may have a flashbang out. Yeah, we did. Oh well, that's right. I should have blocked for safety reasons. Not a big deal. Couple cutscenes here, and then we're off to the finale. So yeah, get me to my finale, please. Oh, I forgot to chapter split 3. Interesting. All right, so basically the beginning part of this chapter is really just several chances to be reminded that we're coming on the end of the game. If you want to do any of the extra stuff, let's go ahead and finish it. Plenty more people out there that are going to think that they know who Kiryu is. Get another visit with Akame's couch. We're going to wake up, and then we're going to immediately go back to the Daidoji hideout, which is where we started. I'd say plenty of chances at this point to run around, get some last-minute things done. Don't get in that fight. Plenty more people to encounter that are going to say things like, hey, you're the Dragon of Dojima, aren't you? And more opportunities for Kiryu to say, Exactly. Alright, so for this, we're just basically taking Kiryu off the table so that the rest of the events of Yakuza Like a Dragon can take place. So he's going to go back to the Daidoji Temple for a little bit before reappearing in Chapter 13 of L87. Now, the first thing I'm going to do when I'm back in town is I'm going to meet up with Akame. And while we're there, Tsuruno is going to be waiting for us. He still knows who we are. But this time, instead of saying, no, Kiryu is going to let Tsuruno apologize to him. Now, for purposes of the speedrun, we are not going to accept this apology. Sorry, Tsuruno. It's just faster. I will never forgive you. And with that, one last check-in with the star of the show. I'm going to nap on Kakame's couch, and we're into the end game. So, turns out, Shishido, not our friend the whole time. He doesn't like this idea. He's basically going to squeal on the whole plan because he likes being in the Yakuza and wants to continue to be in the Yakuza.
Yeah, let's go. How about this?
We're going to punch him. Good, I actually got him. I was a little worried there. So, the first part of this fight is tied to the life bars of Shishido and Nishitani. Damage either one of them enough. Nishitani will throw a flashbang, and then he'll bug up. Then we just kind of have to wait for a cutscene like this, where Nishitani has escaped to higher ground, and now we have our final fight with Nishitani. Any of these big fights is dangerous now. With our build, single combo, could be death. So I will definitely jump into a menu to heal if it looks like Nishtani's going to slice and dice me. One more. And with this, we've seen the last of Nishtani, sort of, for the game. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's Yakuza game. That did not kill Nishtani somehow. Alright, gonna pick up, no, I'm gonna pick up the shovel, please. Gonna go find Shishido. And let all of his lackeys hit me somehow. Oh, I gotta heal. Basically wanted to get him into his heat phase and then pound him with this shovel. And then now we're gonna finish the things off. Not a bad construction site fight, I must say. Could have been even smoother, but, you know, we'll take that. Alright, so we've beaten up Shishido. That's pretty much the last we'll see of him. And now we're going to go into the actual fight that was performed in Yakuza Like a Dragon Chapters 13. However, during that fight, I don't remember the explosions going on in the background.
Let's go.
Alright, so we're going to throw a cigarette that way. I'm going to throw a second cigarette this way. This guy made a beeline for Watase. And now we're going to go off into this back room. Nice shot there of Adachi kicking some butt.
I'll give him a taste of my fists.
Kiryu just being Kiryu right now. Love it.
Sorry, no one gets past.
Alright, give me a couple more bada booms here. Hopefully we get a good spread here. That was interesting. Yeah, the gun guys are still alive. And like that, we are now out of the Like a Dragon 7 chapters. Little quick shot of the back of Ichiban. And now we get a little shirtless brawl, because it is a Yakuza game. We get the 4 horsemen of the Yakuza apocalypse here. Majima's gonna kill this man. Oh, hey! He looks familiar, doesn't he? I know that guy. Alright, another group battle. That means more bada boom. Alright, we're gonna throw a few cigarettes here.
Let's go. Time.
Do this. Just because there's a lot of people over there. Boy, the cigarette luck has not been with me here on this run. There's somebody left? What are you guys doing over there? What are you doing? Wow, that was awful. Well, we'll go ahead and take it. We are going into the final fight with Shishido. This is a fun fight. There are 4 phases. First phase is definitely not that bad. The other phases could definitely kill you. We're looking right at an hour and a half. With some of the worst luck I've had in a while. So first phase, similar to Nishitani, run in, do this. That's the end of the first phase. Definitely got enough heat to carry me through to the final phase, or just before the final phase, before I have to go into my inventory, which is good. Enjoy the fight. Alright, phase 2 is going to start just like phase 1. However, Shishido is actually going to survive it. And so I'll have to punch him a few more times to get to phase 3. Off to phase 3. A perfect amount of heat for this. Well, actually, no. I'd actually prefer to have less heat here. I am going to have to deactivate EX. Ow. By the way, speaking of QTEs, I'm so surprised that this was not a QTE. This should have been a QTE. RGG should have been a QTE. Just because I want the fail animation of it hitting you.
You stubborn little shit.
That's another swear for the jar, by the way. We're up to 7 now. Alright. So this is not going to kill him. It's definitely going to upset him. I am going to go eat my stem and spark, re-kick my stuff, do it again. And this will take us into the final phase of the fight.
You little piece of shit.
This is a pretty good set piece. I like this final fight as a whole. I think it's got a great atmosphere to it. Shishido actually made a fairly credible foil for Kiryu here.
Your legend ends here.
So, once again, we're going to go into Ultimate Essence. I'm now going to switch to Agent Mode, and we're going to finish it off.
Let's go.
Time is on the final QTE here. It is a headbutt. I'll let you know when it hits. Ouch. And time. So, hour 31. Yeah. I thought I had a pretty good construction site fight in there, and that completely offset a kind of terrible shirtless brawl. But that's it. That's Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm going to let it run here just for a second. Just for my swear jar incentive. We got a couple coming here to add to the pot. It'll be 2 in 1 line. And so we'll just, you know what? We'll just assume that he said it for posterity. And then I will feel free to kick it in. But that's it. That's Like a Dragon Gaiden. I hope you had fun. There was a lot to be had in there. I definitely have some shout outs. Should I get in? There's a lot of people I would definitely like to recognize within the Yakuza community, speedrunning community, some, familiar names that have kind of inspired me to get into this. But yeah, I've been a fan of the GDQ marathons for quite some time. I wanted to use the fact that I've managed to hold on to this world record for longer than I had expected to, for several months now. I'm still, the top name on that list for the PS5 version. And I want to use that as an opportunity to give back to an event that has provided me a lot of entertainment, an event and an organization that I firmly believe in and have supported ever since I discovered it, both AGDQ and SGDQ. I think they're good causes, they're good events, and I believe in a lot of I believe in the things that the organizers of this event stand for. So I hope you consider it. I hope it's an entertaining enough run for consideration. I definitely would like to be in person for this. Thank you in advance for watching. Thank you in advance for putting on these events and all the hard work that you guys do, that you all do, guys. I don't want to mean just guys, all of you too. And I look forward to hearing back and enjoying another SGDQ, whether or not I am participating as a runner or just watching as a spectator. I look forward to yet another great event. So thank you for your consideration.